I'm not doing anything in the house again. Let's do this. And you, have you washed the plates? Have you finished what I asked?
Faith always felt like her mother didn't love her as much as her siblings. Why? Because while they watched movies or played, she was the one constantly working. The entire family gathered in the sitting room, eagerly awaiting Auntie Joy, their father's sister. When she finally arrived, there was excitement in the air. They chatted happily about the holidays when Auntie Joy suddenly turned to Faith. Faith, since you're on holiday, why don't you come with me for 2 weeks? She asked, playfully. Faith barely let her finish. Yes, yes, I will go, she exclaimed, clapping her hands in excitement. Her mother shook her head knowingly. Because you don't want to work, right? Okay, no problem. Auntie Joy, she's also your child now. The family burst into laugh. By 6 a.m. the next morning, Faith was fully dressed, her bags packed with more clothes than necessary. Her mother chuckled. Faith. Only 2 weeks and you pack like you're relocating. As they were about to leave, Faith turned to her siblings, stuck out her tongue, and mocked them. You will do all the work for me. Enjoy. Her mother smiled and waved. No problem. You will work your life out. Faith laughed, thinking she was escaping stress. For the first 3 days, Faith enjoyed herself in Auntie Joy's house. She watched TV, ate good food, and slept whenever she wanted. But on the fourth day, the war started. Faith was comfortably eating in her guest room when Auntie Joy's voice rang out. Faith! Yes, Auntie, she answered, licking her fingers. Give me that remote. Faith looked at the remote, which was barely an arm's length from Auntie Joy. She hesitated. This one? Yes, of course, Auntie Joy said firmly. Faith sighed and handed it over. Just as she was about to sit down again, Auntie Joy continued. When you finish eating, clean my room and the children's room. Also, fetch my bag and buy me airtime. I need to call my friend. Faith frowned but obeyed. Later that day, Auntie Joy called again. Faith, wake Matthew and bathe Michael. Dress them up, we're going shopping. Faith's face lit up. Yay, we're going shopping. Auntie Joy smirked. We? No, dear. You're staying back. The laundry guy will arrive soon, and you'll also cook rice, fry plantain, and prepare stew before. The hard reality Faith's excitement disappeared instantly. But Auntie, can't the laundry guy wait? She asked, her voice almost breaking. Auntie Joy laughed. Oh, you thought holidays meant enjoyment? You better start cooking before we come back. Faith stood there stunned. As they left, she dragged herself to the kitchen, muttering, This is not what I signed up for. That day, Faith worked from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. She cooked, washed, cleaned, arranged wardrobes, and even bathed the children. Every time she tried to rest, Auntie Joy's voice would thunder through the house. Faith, have you mopped the floor? Faith, come and carry the children to their room. Faith, why are you so slow? Do I have to repeat everything? She was exhausted. She barely had time to eat. And whenever she tried to rest, she would wake up to more tasks. One evening, she dozed off while washing plates. Auntie Joy stormed into the kitchen, saw her sleeping, and yelled, Faith, are you sleeping? You're so lazy. You can't even do things fast. I don't even know why I brought you here. She hissed and threw a pile of dirty clothes at her. Wash these before you sleep. Faith picked up the clothes, tears rolling down her cheeks. Even my mother has never insulted me like this, even when she's angry, she thought. One afternoon, Auntie Joy was on a call with Auntie Cynthia when Faith overheard her mother's name. "Hello, Auntie Cynthia. How is the family? How is Faith doing?" "She's in her room," Auntie Joy replied carelessly. The moment Faith heard her mother's name, she jumped out of nowhere and grabbed the phone. "Mummy, Mummy, please, I want to come home," she cried desperately. Her mother sighed. "Why? I thought you were enjoying yourself?" Faith wiped her tears. "Mummy, you won't understand. Please, I'm tired." Her mother chuckled. Okay, but we are in Cotonou. Uncle James came to pick us up on Friday. We'll be back in a week. When we return, we will let you know." Faith gasped. "Cotonou? Mummy, you mean you traveled without me?" "Yes, of course. Since you wanted to enjoy your holiday, we left you to it." Faith's heart shattered. She burst into tears. "Mummy, please, I have repented. I will do all the chores at home. Just come and take me, please." Her mother chuckled again. "This is just the beginning. A child that says his mother will not rest will also not find rest." She ended the call. Faith sobbed. No, Mummy. Don't leave me here." Auntie Joy snatched the phone. "Nonsense! You want to go where? If I see your feet outside this compound, you will see something." Before leaving for her outing, Auntie Joy threw more clothes at Faith. "Wash everything in that bin. I'm no longer giving them to the laundry. Also, make dinner before I come back." She picked up her bag, banged the door, and left. Faith fell to the floor, crying. "Mummy, come and carry me. Ooh, I've learned my lesson." But it was too late. For the next 1 week, Faith worked harder than ever. She realized how much she had taken her mother's love and care for granted. She no longer complained about house chores. She missed home too much to care. By the time her mother came to pick her up, Faith ran into her arms crying. "Mummy, I'm sorry. I now understand everything. Please, I will never complain again." Her mother smiled, hugging her. "Good. Now let's go home. I hope you're ready to work." Faith nodded quickly. "Yes, Mummy. Anything is better than Auntie Joy's house." As they drove home, Faith made a silent promise. Never again would she complain about helping at home. From that day, she became the most hard-working and respectful child in the house. So, my dear brothers and sisters, this is how Faith faced the harsh realities of life. Sometimes, we don't appreciate what we have until we experience something worse. Faith thought her mother was being unfair. But she didn't realize that love isn't just about giving comfort. It's also about teaching responsibility. Life has a way of humbling us. When we reject discipline, we may find ourselves in situations that force us to learn the hard way. Faith thought she was running towards freedom, but instead she ran into hardship. The truth is, the lessons we avoid today may become the regrets we carry tomorrow. Dear listener, before you complain about the burdens you carry, take a moment to ask yourself, are they really burdens, or are they blessings in disguise? Let's learn to appreciate the love that corrects us, the discipline that shapes us, and the lessons that prepare us for the future. Because sometimes what feels like suffering today is actually strength for tomorrow. I remain honest, M. Star.